But look how clean the edges are, balanced. I mean, look at there and look at there. That's what you're trying to get. It's going to give you the straightest, flattest wood possible. All right, this is an interesting log. It's interesting because it's got a huge sap ring on it, which I hate. It's all that's got to come off. Little toe board action. Let's get that arc check kind of level. Let's take off that big hunk of white. It's going to hurt. So I'm not real happy with this opening face. So I'm going to raise my toe boards up a little bit. It's got a little too much, not balanced enough. It's not parallel. So I misjudged the angle of the hardwood a little bit. So I'm going to make a cleanup cut. Come back here, set it back down. Well, that ain't a bad drop by eye. Caught it by 1/8 of an inch. Perfect. Got lucky. So, what are we talking about getting balanced face? This is a good example right here. Wide, narrow, narrow, gone. Not what I want. What I want, because I made a correction cut, is parallel. This is what I'm talking about. That one little cut makes that much difference. We'll turn it from a crappy log, crappy board into a good board. So the correction was good. Now that face is flat. I'll make adjustments on the other one. This is what you're looking for. Not that. Either take the time to do it right or just sell the same crap everybody else is selling. Now it comes a little harder. This is where the backstop heights come into play. I'm going to set my backstop here. You can see I'm off up there. So I'm going to adjust my toe board. A lot of stress on this one. So here's what I'm talking about. So I adjusted the toe board so that roller is basically right there. Difference between the hardwood and the sapwood. I adjusted this toe board where it's about the same, maybe just a little more because there is a little bit of sweep on this. But then when you look at it, I got an almost perfectly straight and parallel cut. Again, that's the whole idea. Tails off a little here, but that's where that bell was. So that's a quick way. So that's a quick tip on how to adjust your toe boards and nail it. Don't need no stinking tape measure. Not that I don't like tape measures. I got nothing against them. Some have been very nice to me. So now we got two parallel faces. We got two really nice straight hardwood stripes. So this face turned out really parallel as well. Nice and almost no deviation along the edge. So we'll flip this one up. Now, I know folks don't mind. Some people saw one face and take boards off of it. For me, it changes. It all depends on what the log is showing. You got to be flexible. A little bit of stress, not too bad. A lot of stress. I'm going to flip over. I don't like this side. This side's laying flat. I like that. My Sawmill is a Tier 4 diesel, so it's showing that it's gone into regen mode. So I can't throttle back, so you may not be able to hear me. So what I want to do, anytime I go into regen mode, I want to see what my soot load is. I want to see what it's trying to regen from. So on this mill, you hit here, go all the way down to DPF, regen, select that. My ash load is at 1%. My soot load's at 36. Line right there indicates where it'll trigger. So I would really want this to keep regenerating until it gets down. It's 35 now, so it's burning the soot off. Gets down to under 10%. You can see how hot it's running. The differential pressure is 0.6 psi, which is not bad. I'm already down to 33%. But main thing is when you're regenerating, you do not want to turn it off. I'm going to let it keep going into regen. I'm going to go get another log. Actually, I'm going to sort these guys, stack these guys. They turned out really good, by the way, in case you're wondering. Well, it's been a few minutes. We're at 21%. I got an idea. Why don't we put some water on this? Soot load's going down. Isn't this pretty? Woo. Walnut. There's gold. Look how straight the lines are. But look how clean the edges are. Balanced. I mean, look at there and look at there. That's what you're trying to get. It's going to give you the straightest, flattest wood possible. Hey, we're down to 12%. The regen light went off. We got an ash load of 1%, a soot load of 0. And we're going to let this steady back down. So y'all out there, if y'all watching the videos, if you haven't subscribed or you haven't liked, take your finger, go down to the subscribe button, hit click. I got my inner panel done. I got my exhaust fan hooked up. I got to run some wires now. Got my ditch dug. Got my conduit in the ground. It looks really good. Got a little bit of a ditch here. We got a gopher problem. Not really. But we're gonna fill this thing in, and it's wet, so it's gonna be an incredible mess. But I gotta do it because it's wet. It's gonna rain some more tonight. So we're gonna get in the old Kubota. We are gonna fill this ditch in. We're gonna go check the pump. So we got a pond. We've got a pump. We got 5 springs on this property. And one of them is 1,600 foot away from the pond. We pump water from the creek, from the spring into our pond. And as soon as Chip sees me turning this direction, he's gonna be like, woo, we're fixing to have some fun. No, Chip, we stay here. So first step, no Chip, is to open this gate without getting stung. There's one right there. Always one in a fence gate. One of the rules of the South in farming, you never grab a fence gate without a can of bug spray. You will get stung. That got him. Deer. My goal is to turn this into a trout pond. Wouldn't that be cool? A lot of natural gravel. Whoop, frogs, a few snakes. So this property has a lot of gravel on it. The neighboring properties were actual gravel pits. What's cool about it is I have all the gravel I can stand, which is handy if you've ever had to pay for gravel. So this creek goes all the way down. There's some minnows. And those, the Latin term, those minnows are Cricus minoso, as in creek minnows. I don't know what the heck they are, they're creek minnows. So this property used to be known for its moonshine. This whole area was moonshine central. You can imagine with these super clear springs and creek right here. Watch it, Chip. Hey! Oh. All right, we're back at the house now. I hope y'all enjoyed today's sawmilling lesson. It's like most things, I have no idea what's going to happen when I start filming. I wasn't expecting this, but this actually turned out to be a pretty good session. You saw how I make adjustments when I'm sawing, how I use the toe boards, how I use the log clamps, how I use the backstops to try to get everything set up correctly. You saw me make some beautiful wood. Yeah, I'm bragging on that. That's pretty good stuff. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Anyway, please subscribe. It's not real hard to do. You take your finger, if you're on a computer, and go hit the little subscribe button. And then I don't really get any money out of that, but there are thresholds. And I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. So that's my target. I want to get to 10,000. So y'all out there, if y'all watching the videos, if you haven't subscribed or you haven't liked, take your finger, go down to the subscribe button, hit click, and then hit the like button and hit click, because how can you not like me? I mean, seriously, I'm about the most likable guy out there in my own mind anyway. Chip certainly thinks so, Martha thinks so. And I appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all, did y'all subscribe yet? I appreciate y'all watching, and y'all have a good one. Thank you. Thanks for visiting our sawmill. Click on the links above to see more of our videos.